What's going on, everybody? It's Q from Retro Q Gaming, and well, with the possible, eventual, I can't even say inevitable at this point, release of the Analogue Pocket, which is the little FPGA-based system from Analogue that will use hardware to play all your Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, and Game Boy Color games 100% flawlessly. Well, it got me to thinking, what are the top games I'm looking forward to playing or replaying on the Analogue Pocket? Now, I will say this will cover two different types in this regard, because some of them I just want to sit around and play for fun on my own time, and some of them I actually plan on streaming. But this is going to incorporate both of them on that list. Now, I wanted to just say 5 games, the top 5 games. It would be easier. But honestly, I was looking over everything, and with the collection I have and the games and the series and all, I figured, you know what, we'll just go with top games. Realistically, it's going to come out to 6 entries, but it's about 10 games, because I have to roll some of them together, otherwise it's just going to be crazy. But anyway, in no particular order, we're just going to go out there and start in whichever way it is. We have the Mega Man Battle Network series. Great series, I love it. Has a little bit more of an action RPG side of it than, say, Mega Man or Mega Man X series. But I've got multiple ones of these games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. My copy of 5 is on the DS. But I've completely 100%ed the first 3 games. Might as well go back and do them over again as I continue on. And for that matter, 4, 5, and 6 I've never even played. We've also got the Advance Wars series. Naturally, there's 2 games on the Game Boy Advance for this series, so yes, this is absolutely going to be something I'm completely looking forward to doing both games of over again. Probably won't stream the Mega Man series, but I probably will stream these 2. And there's also Sword of Mana, another game in the series that contains my favourite game of all time, Secret of Mana. And you know what, for some reason I never got around to finishing this game. I played it multiple times, but never finished it for some reason. This is going to be the perfect opportunity for me to do so. No plans on streaming that, but you never know. We've also got the Fire Emblem games. Now, I've got both Fire Emblem games, although I have lent one of them to a family member, so I will have to get that one back. But Fire Emblem is another fantastic series, and I really can't wait to do both of them over. I wanted to do them before Fire Emblem Three Houses came out, but I said, you know what, I'll wait for the Pocket, and then we'll stream it. Well, that's not exactly how it went. The Pocket was announced later, but I just kind of put it off, and then eventually the Pocket was announced, and I was like, oh, this will be the perfect opportunity to do so. Probably, I'm going to stream these ones. We've also got Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. Now, this is going to be a very divisive one for many people, considering a lot of people don't like this version of the game from what I'm told. At least a lot of people prefer the original purist version, the PS1 version, but living in Europe, we don't actually have that version. And I don't have an imported copy, and even if I did, currently my old imported PS2 is broke. And while I do have the PSP version, Final Fantasy Tactics War of the Lions, which I hear is a much more faithful representation of the original game, well, with the Pocket, I feel like this is the perfect opportunity and excuse to do so. And everyone's probably thinking, oh, here it comes, he's going to go with Pokemon on here. Is it going to be Pokemon Ruby? Is it going to be Pokemon Sapphire? Is it going to be Fire Red or Leaf Green? The 2 Gen 1 remakes that he's never played. But no, you would be completely wrong. To be honest, I find it very hard to go back through Pokemon games like that, because I want to sink 100 hours or so into them if I do. But we're going to flip it on its head, and I'm going to go back to another RPG series that I love, which unfortunately has fallen by the wayside, and the last game in the series wasn't very good. But thankfully, Golden Sun 1 and Golden Sun 2 The Lost Age are brilliant games. And you know what? I am kind of ashamed to say that I've never finished the second one. But we're going to start the first one over, play through it the entire way, and just because the Analogue Pocket has a link cable port, I am going to transfer my save file from the first one using my original hardware over to the second game through the Analogue Pocket, and we are going to rock those ones. And yes, I am almost definitely going to be streaming the Golden Sun series. Fantastic gameplay. From what I remember, fantastic games. I'm really looking forward to how they hold up on the Analogue Pocket and on the TV when streamed. Of course, there's many other games, Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance games that I'm looking forward to playing it, but these are my top picks. What about you?